something I've been wanting to try. It's flawless brows. You can't really tell, but I really do have eyebrows. I do. They're there. Just the hair is very light, but it is there. So I want to try these. Let's see how this goes. It comes like this. All right. A little brush. Okay, you just pull the top off. Okay, now I have really like light eyebrows, so this might be, I got a little mirror down here so that I can really see what I'm doing, so I can lean over and see what I'm doing. Okay, turn it on. All right, now go with, gotta kind of pull your skin back. Go with the contour. Oh, it works. The brows. It works. No pain at all. It actually tickles a little. Gotta make sure the hair's, that's what the brush is for. So. Interesting. Of course I know. So, I don't know if you can tell, because my brows are not exactly dark. But this one goes way up to here. And this one now goes just like this. I'm going to contour it more, but it's got more of a shape, see? Like a brow shape. Where this one's more like a... And since I have... Let's see. I have hairs that, like little stray hairs that go down there. Wow, this actually works. That works. I'll be back. A brow definer. So, this is supposed to be the color of my brows, since my hair is brown. Or at least it used to, I think it is. I'm just gonna gently, very gently paint where the hair is. I could use a little bit more of a touch up, but I just wanted to, see, there's still some hairs here. It's because I didn't put the light on. This looks like it's, I might have to see, my eyebrows come way up. I'm gonna have to, I'll work on those later. I put a little black on so it would show, and I think it shows in the mirror. It looks good, just not in the phone. And then we have eyeliner. I have here CoverGirl. CoverGirl Ink It, which I like this because it goes on like a dry liner, but yet it gives you the wet liner look. And I always put my eyeliner on first. I've been doing this. I've been putting on makeup for over 30 years, and I still mess up the left eye.
This one always looks better. I don't know why. If you don't lose your skin like I do, make sure you pull it tight.
Okay. And make sure it's even on both sides. Okay. So now we could do the bottom one, but one thing I used to see, I'm not sure if it's still a trend or not, was, you know, back in the 80s, I remember that girls used to always put the eyeliner on the inside of the, you know, on the lid. Now, you want, the idea of eyeliner is not just to bring out your eyes, but it's to make your eyes look bigger, more attractive. So you want to put it just at the lash line. That's something I learned in modeling school, which was probably about 35 years ago, but I guess it still works. That way there, it's right at the lash line. And you can actually take this. You can actually take the liner, the eyebrow eyeliner, and use it so you don't, I'm doing this is a way of not needing mascara. Because I don't know about you, I don't care what mascara I have used, it always sticks and clumps. I don't care. Even the ones that are supposedly don't stick and clump, they do, at least with me. So I've come up with better ways to do it. And for the bottom ones, I just very lightly go over the hairs of the lashes. Okay, so you can kind of see that, you know, I went over the hairs so that it looks like that you can kind of see the bottom lashes. So in this one, we're going to do the bottom. Go right along the line, lash line. And it's up to you whether you want to go all the way to the corners. I usually leave the corners alone and go almost to the corners. And then again, we just want to very lightly. And this is an excellent eyeliner for doing your bottom brow, to do your bottom lashes and to make them stick out. This is a good one. It's CoverGirl Ink It. It's called Ink It. And this is black. 230 black. That's what it. See if I can get it to. I don't know if it's gonna. But that's what that is. Oh, there's some other ones that are good too. There's a couple of Avon ones that I've used that are really good. Black Ink It, or CoverGirl. And then for our brows, we have an Avon Glimmer Stick. For top eyelashes, we'll wait a second on those. Because the next, what we want to do next is you want to do your eyeshadows, okay, to kind of bring out your eyes. Now, I'm not big on heavy makeup unless it's like I'll use a heavier makeup if I'm going out at night where I'm going to be in a place that's a little dimmer. But, you know, for daytime or whatever, you just want to accent. So right now I'm kind of going in between the two because I'm not really going anywhere. I'm just doing this. Because I don't generally really wear makeup that much anymore during the day. I don't have anywhere to go. I go to the barn and take care of my horse. So my horse doesn't care what I look like. So, anyway, now I like this shadow here. This is CoverGirl. Now I know most women put on base, this stuff on their face first, bases and foundations and all that. Believe it or not, I don't use any of that. I have found that it blocks my pores. It's really hard to get out. And I have something else that I use, okay, that's not as heavy. It feels heavy. You know, most foundations feel heavy. I don't like that. So I always do this part. I do my eyes first, always. But that's me. That's just preference. So I know, yes, it's backwards. But I think it's a CoverGirl, and it's got 4 different colors. And it so that you can use it for different areas of your eyes, whether you want to contour or, you know, whatever you want to do. So, but that's not all I use. I mean, I like this one, and I like these colors because I like muted browns and a little bit of dark, but that's mostly just for the crease. Okay, this is Avon, and this is another one that has your numbers. It has numbers, so you would put it on by number, down and then up. I don't always do them in the order that they show. I have my own way of doing my eyes, and the way you do it will depend on your taste. Whatever colors you use will depend on your taste. So this is the way I was taught when I went to modeling school back. I know it was a long time ago. You know, it was over 35 years ago. But I know a lot of women and girls who like to, you know, use different colors. I have some neon colors that, if I'm in the mood, I have some neon colors that I'll put on. Sometimes I'll put the neon colors like over my regular shadow, and other times I'll just use it by itself. It just depends on the mood that I'm going for. And I got some things like this that I wish came out marbled the way it shows, you know, and these little Milani, you know, are good. You can mix and match. So today I'm just going to go with the CoverGirl. So this has numbers, but like I said, I don't go with the numbers, and I also do not use the thingy that came with it. It's just there. I have my own brushes. So I actually have a whole bunch. I have a kit of brushes, and these are very good for you know, how defined you want your look to be. For someone who doesn't really wear makeup on a daily basis, I sure have an awful lot of it. New stuff, and all my old stuff I got rid of a long time ago, because you really shouldn't keep makeup, especially anything for your eyes, you know, around your eyes. You really don't want to. So now this is a good brush for like painting the lashes, you know, and for doing up here, but it's not good for, you know, like if you want to do refined, you can turn it on its side, but there's other brushes for that as well. This is something I've always done, is I always start in the corner and I do the bottom part here. And usually I start that with, well, where this one says number 2. So that one's kind of in the middle. So it just kind of paints it from the corner of the eye. I just do under the crease. And this is a nice little, very soft brush. And I always bring it up just a little on the edge. Just a little here. So that it gives that little, kind of that lifted appearance. And I do the same thing on the other side, which is always harder for me. I've always had trouble with the left eye. And again, if you have any loose skin, just pull it. Even when I was young, I had some loose skin in my eyelids. So then once I get that done, so that it's you kind of have that, see, that appearance of it comes up, okay, and you can just kind of, I just kind of brush the brush off. You're probably not supposed to do this, but I just go. At the end, you can wash it, you can clean it. These brushes are clean, are washable. And then I go to, now that I got that, then I'm going to do the crease right here. And I always use one of the last 2, because they're dark. So I think today I'll just use this kind of charcoal gray instead of the blackish. And you want to put it, either use a very thin brush, or what I do, which you can also do, is put it on the edge. Turn the brush on its edge. And then make sure that you get right where the crease is. Start in where the other one started, and then just go right in the crease. Like this. And there's probably people who will disagree with my technique. It's, it's been a long time. But I don't know. I find it still works even when you're older. It gives you a younger appearance. So, and it's simple. It's very simple, and we'll blend after. We still have to do some blending and everything, but this doesn't. I don't want my makeup to take an hour. I never have. I always just wanted to do it and get it done. So, and I mean, you can if you want to use your foundations and all that. In bases, I mean, I don't really use too much. This one's really dark. See, this is where I start to blend. If it comes out really like darker than the other side, I always blend the corners. I use my finger to blend. I don't use sponges or anything. I don't even think I own any. I just use my finger. Fingers can be washed. The very top, I use the number 1, the lightest. I actually use the lightest color at the top. Sometimes I'll use 2 colors. Sometimes I'll come up here with 1 color and then finish with another. And that adds, but this time I'm just going to use the lightest color on the top. And again, you start from the center. Always start from the corner of the eye, so that you have it on the whole thing. And this is nice. I like this because it's kind of sparkly, and I always add a little bit at the end here, like that, so that it kind of blends it all. That's how I blend. I just kind of go over it with the brush a little bit, very lightly, light touch, just so it's more natural looking. I'm just going to do this. Here we go again with the awkward. Now, I always hold my brush like this when I do it for the left eye. I've gotten used to doing it this way. If you can use your left hand, if you're right-handed and you can still use your left hand, then you're better than me. Because this is never easy for me. And then the same thing, just kind of blend in. And this to me is enough. I don't want to look like. So that's enough for the shadow, for the eyeshadow for me. And then to top everything off, and I'll clean these brushes later. And then to top everything, I gotta put brushes back. I'm gonna do eyelashes on the top, so that'll also add to the shadow. These are magnetic. I only use the magnetic ones because I don't like all that glue. So then the magnetic lashes come with their own. You're going to have to paint just a little bit over your top liner. But this stuff like will cake. Once you take the lashes off, it'll like kind of cake. So you don't want to use that as your only eyeliner. I like to have something underneath it. So, and I just get a thin little bit, and I put it right. This doesn't go in the corner of the eye, just right over where your natural lashes are. Like that. And I do one at a time because you don't want it to dry completely before you put the lashes on. I mean, these lashes, they stick really well. They work really well. And then just start at like the corner and just with your fingers. I don't use the tweezers. Just kind of bend it around and stick it right there. And then I take it. These I've used a lot, so they don't stick as well as they used to. After time, these are not the most expensive ones either. And then just get it where you want it. And I always just take my finger and bring it up like that, so that you've got it like this. And then take the other one and do the same thing. There we go. And I just push it up and press it on a little. So there's your eyes. Eyes done. This is like a Radiant Glow powder that I use. And I just kind of go over my forehead very lightly. That just helps keep away the shine. And it helps smooth your skin just a little bit. And you want it even. I mean, like I said, it doesn't take the bags away, but a lot of that's lighting too. It's Personal Match porcelain. And this is what I use on my face, that instead of a foundation. This stuff, it's light, and it doesn't like, you know, it doesn't color, like get really in your pores, like especially liquid foundations. Forget it. I'm just trying to even skin tone, which I have a pretty even skin tone, but I'm starting to get some age spots. But there's definitely things that you can do to contour the nose and other things if you want to do it. Sometimes I do, but I don't really have the stuff for that right now. Okay. And then we put on a little blush. We want a little bit of blusher. And I use a Milani. This is called Sunset. Some of these might not even be around. I mean, some of these are actually a little bit older. But, so some of them might not even. And I like to use a big fluffy with and just kind of I just kind of like this, you know. And I always end at the corner of the eye right here. And that's a little dark. So this you want to make sure you blend really well, because you're going to look like a clown if you don't. Sometimes I'll use a lighter blusher here and a little darker here, and then blend them down, because it kind of it lifts the cheekbones a little, but we're being a little more simple tonight, so we're gonna just, that's really, I mean, we don't need a lot. Just turn off the light. See, it looks a little better when you take away all this, you know, all this fake lighting. And then we just have lips, and then choose your color. My light. I like this color. It's got a, it's called Passionate Plum. I like these colors on me. And it's your choice how dark you want it, and whether you want to use a lip liner, which I, again, don't really use. I did when I was a model back in my 20s. We used liners for everything, but I'm not in my 20s anymore. So, but that's my favorite color. So basically, voila. So, oh, what do you think? You know, I mean, considering I didn't use a lot of bases, foundations, fillers, it's not too bad. Could use some, you know, some fillers in here, some, but that's my face.